I know, right? What you up to?
Well, dealing with the same turmoil that stupid caused.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I know, right? Well,
So stupid. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that Eric Good did a lot of justice for it.
No, he didn't actually. I mean, he made us. I mean, other than he made us look like total sluts, but he made it. They made it sound like we were the snitches, that we were the rats, and then like, Garrettson gets on there. And he's like, I never told Jeff, and then an episode later, he's like, yeah, I told him, and it's like, you're a dumbass. It's like,
yeah, I didn't think y'all looked that bad. I didn't think Garrettson looked that bad. I thought the one that looked the worst would be Antle, and they really made Carole Baskin look terrible.
Oh yeah, they did. They absolutely did. Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's Jeff. I don't think Carole will recover from this.
I don't think so either. I don't think so,
And did you see there's all this new information coming out now that people are like verifying stories with? She's been running her mouth, so she's like giving validation to some of the conspiracy theories that were out there years ago, and she's just confirming that those might have been true statements. And
wow,
yeah, it's going to open up a whole world of pain for her, I think.
Yeah, it's not good.
The only one person really that looked semi-normal was Mario.
Right? Yeah, the biggest criminal in the whole group looked like the normal guy.
I didn't get that. Of course, I look at it from a criminal investigator position. I go like, yeah. And I look at it and go, man, he's too tight with Antle. He's crazy. He had that DEA thing. He's a bad dude. These people are, so that's kind of the way I got it. He might have intellectually sounded better than some. I thought Tim Stark.
Oh,
boy,
man.
You got a good dose of Tim Stark in that.
Yeah, when he said, I don't want Antle to train me how he trains animals. I want him to teach me how he trains his women. Yeah.
And it was like, oh.
Yeah. What in the world? So crazy. But hey, I got two things.
Okay.
One, Jeff, I tried to call your number, and have you heard your voicemail lately?
You know what? No, what is it?
Something about it, not your voice, and it's something about, I'm not here with Joe. I got my thumb up his bunghole, licking my fingers right now, or something like that.
So somebody hacked my email or my voicemail.
It sounds like it. Sounds something. It's not you.
Okay.
Someone is spoofing numbers. Somebody actually was calling around here in Wynnewood, over here, calling around in Wynnewood, saying that tigers were loose and for everybody to stay in their houses. And someone was spoofing using the Wynnewood City phone number.
Oh my God.
So of course we're out counting all the cats. Everyone's accounted for, but people are spoofing. And Jeff actually got 2 phone calls from my number yesterday while I was sitting next to him, and it wasn't me. I wasn't calling him. So someone was even spoofing with my phone number.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
What a man. Boy, a lot of crazy folks out there.
Yeah. So I just, people are just going nuts. I can't believe they're getting in a hold of our phone numbers too.
I wouldn't. People got too much time on their hands. I don't even know how to do all that crap, nor what I want to do. So I don't get it. Some people need job responsibility, I guess.
I know everyone's like, "Oh, you need to get a real job," and it's like, we take care of animals. This is a real job.
Yeah, for sure. I'm talking about the people that got time on their hands to play with phone spoofing numbers.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
But hey, the other thing to ask you is more stuff's kind of coming out. I got some information. It's not my case. Somebody else is looking into it. It's a guy up in Minnesota. It has to do with wolves. And I know, Lauren, we had a conversation about the wolves that Joe got or were at the zoo.
Uh-huh.
You were trying to find homes for them. Don't know if you did or not. But there is some information that came out that this guy in Minnesota did a deal with with Joe or with the zoo? I don't know if it was Joe or were y'all owners at the time and sent all those wolves down here. Is that correct?
Yes. That was the deal. Lauren and I were living in Las Vegas, and Joe, I ran across the paperwork the other day someplace. Joe calls me up and said that this is a rescue of like 27 wolves or something. So they come down here. They send the wolves down here, and then all of a sudden we get a threat from the ASPCA that they're going to sue us because there was some kind of an action against that guy, and he wasn't supposed to move those wolves. And then they told us that we needed to turn them over to this wolf sanctuary out in California. And the guy, Joe negotiated. The ASPCA paid Joe $12,000 because Joe claimed that's what we had into them, building their cages and their transport. And then they came down here. They were filming some program called Wounded Warriors, where these veterans are coming back and they're adopting these wolves. Well, while they were trying to load these wolves up, they killed 3 of them, and they sedated them. And while it's on film, they were running around tackling them, trying to catch them, and they killed them because they just stressed them out in that 90-degree heat. And Mott from the Joe saga, Mott has the footage of them killing those wolves by chasing them around, and those were purebred wolves. Those weren't our hybrid dogs here. So.
Okay. So do you still have any of those, or did they ever find home? Or ASPCA
I did not.
Yeah, the ASPCA took them all.
Okay.
And they went to that. It's like Dare, or I'll have to look up. I'll find out exactly where they went for you.
Okay. Are you for sure on the money? Was that something that Joe came up with because of the ASPCA, or did Simmons pay Joe $12,000?
You know what? Joe first told me the ASPCA was paying it, but now that you mention that, when this guy's got a wife that apparently is a doctor, and she was like getting really pissed that he was spending all of her money on this crap, and she went off on him when she found out that they had to stroke Joe a check. So it wasn't the ASPCA that paid Joe. It was that woman and that husband that came here to pick up the wolves that day.
So the guy, and this doesn't make sense. The guy pays Joe $12,000 to rescue wolves?
Yeah, because he had a deal already cut with, I think it's the Discovery Channel, and they were supposed to be filming a show where this guy and his wife went up to Minnesota to rescue these wolves. Joe steps in and intercepts the wolves, and they come here. So now the guy's all freaked out. He's going to lose his TV show. So,
and he pays $12,000.
Yeah, and right. So he promised. Joe says, "I got $12,000 in cages and gasoline and all this." So the guy says, "Well, I'll give you the $12,000 if I can have the wolves." So Joe. I think he might have written it to the zoo, and I can probably find, if you know about the date, I think I can find you the deposit record in our zoo account.
I may have that as well from some of the subpoenas, but it was in 2018, pretty sure. But I would have thought that I would have remembered seeing a $12,000 deposit.
Wouldn't it be like 2007?
Yeah, that would be 17, Matt, because I think it would have been.
We were in Vegas. We didn't come back till 2018.
Give me a radio. Let me ask Eric when the wolves got picked up. A5 to Eric.
Okay, he's on a weed.
That's right.
Go tap him on the shoulder. This is kind of important.
I'm in medical. Give me about 2 seconds.
Apparently Dylan Joe's Dylan posted this morning that Joe's been transferred. He'll be off Facebook for a while, so they must have finally moved him.
Good.
Hopefully that kills his internet. And what do we do about this lawsuit? I got to hire a lawyer because he's a retard, you know, saying
the court's got to accept it first.
Okay.
So I wouldn't worry. I'm not doing
anything.
Go ahead.
Hey, buddy, I got Matt on the phone, and he's trying to do a little bit of research on. Remember all those wolves that came in here from Minnesota and went to California? Do you know approximately when that was?
That happened the spring before. Hold on. Give me just a second here.
And you know, Matt, I can reach out to Mott, and Mott, that footage would probably be invaluable to you because it would show the guy in his.
I think it was right about the time that. Hey, where are you at?
I'm up in my office.
I'll be right there.
All right, he's coming up. That video would probably, it would definitely show him and his wife here, and then it would actually show them killing those wolves. Dot Green was here, and she injected them, and before they passed out, these guys are trying to be like big hot shots, and they're chasing them around the cage, and they just died of a stroke because they were under so much stress.
Sad. I don't know where this case is going. This agent out of California, out of Torrance, that's looking into it and got the complaint.
Okay.
Evidently, shitstorm brewing with Simmons and a judge or something like that up in Minnesota, and they're just trying to backtrack the stuff. I told them that I would reach out to you to try to get a little background and then check with you to see if she had any other questions. Could she call you?
Absolutely. And let her know that there might be video available if they need it. I'll certainly ask Mott for it. He's been an ally of ours the whole time, so you guys
Or like as well, from the 3 or 4 years we've been together, you got to keep this all on.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I don't talk to anybody anymore. It just it
ain't working.
No, it isn't. And everybody's a two-faced liar, and
there's nobody to trust.
Nope.
In this game at all.
Nope. Yeah, come on in. Hey Matt, it's Eric here. So, do you know about what time that was?
Man, I'm thinking.
I wasn't here, so.
Yeah, he was right before.
Was it right before I came back?
Uh-huh.
So how did that wolf get so hot? Was it that hot when, because remember they killed, how many did they kill?
One showed up dead, and they killed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They killed 5.
They killed 5 loading them?
No. One was killed en route by the other wolves.
Oh, so one arrived dead that the other wolves killed. But what about that's when they came in. What about, remember the guy who came and picked him up with his wife?
Oh, yeah. That was a debacle.
Yeah. When was that?
That was about a month and a half after they showed up. We just built the cage, had to go down there, and I'm thinking...
I was here when they built the cage, and then we left back for Vegas, and Joe called me and he says, I got these things sold. They're just going to be a pain in the ass or blah, blah. And I said, whatever, do it. He said, you brought them in. I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
So he cut the deal. Initially, he told me it was with the ASPCA, and I thought, dude, if you get a check from the ASPCA for endangered species, I want to see that. And then I think its story changed. Remember, his wife was real pissed at him, I heard.
Mm-hmm.
Because she didn't know that they were having to pay for these wolves. Remember?
I don't remember all that part.
She was in playing with a baby tiger. Whoever was doing the playtime told me, man, that woman was pissed when she found out that guy, because he told her, you got to pay Joe. So she wrote Joe a check, and I don't know who she wrote it to.
That part I don't know. I'm thinking it was either the fall or the spring before he ended up leaving on the run.
right, man. Let me do a little bit. I just like I said, I came across the paperwork the other day. Let me go dig out that. It's one of the few things that he didn't destroy for some reason. And
like I said, it's not a major thing. We're just trying to basically they're trying to track down the complaint issues that they're dealing with up there on this Simmons guy.
Okay.
And gets attention is, were these hybrids? Were these real wolves?
They were hybrids. They were hybrids.
What was the $12,000 for it? Did Joe buy it? Or, see, that's the transaction is backwards. I mean, because the guy gives $1,000, so that's.
No, yeah, maybe you misunderstood me, and if I'm not clear, I think the guy in Minnesota gave Joe the wolves. Joe sent Finley up to pick him up, right? Or did they deliver him? I thought John Finley made two trips to pick him up, and then Joe was real proud of him. Built this cage in the way back in the back. And I know we spent $2,000 in panels to put this cage up, or so Joe says. I never saw the receipts. And then shortly after that, the ASPCA contacts Joe, says, we're coming after you. He calls me in Vegas. He says, these wolves just going to cause us another lawsuit. He says, and I got the guy in California willing to pay me $12,000 for him. And I said, well, then if it's going to...
California paid for
Yes. Yes. The Simmons guy was here with his wife, and he paid Joe for the wolves because he wanted to save his TV show.
So Simmons is from California. I was backwards. I was thinking Simmons was the guy they were talking about from Minnesota.
Now I'm remembering the film crew. Now I'm remembering now.
Yeah, I think Simmons is the guy that owns that Dare or whatever the heck the name of that wolf sanctuary. Lark, Larc. I think is the name of this wolf sanctuary, Lark. And if I'm not mistaken, the guy's name is Simmons that owns that, and he's the one who paid Joe to come get the wolves. And they sent their film crew here because they were pretending like they were rescuing the wolves.
Now it's making sense.
Okay.
And this Lark, folks, is the one who wanted to do this Wounded Warrior deal.
Yes.
And so somehow or another, he was trying. My understanding, these wolves never got where they want to go, and people holding them wanted to get rid of them, but they can't because they're endangered species and they're not wolf dogs. Anyways.
Yeah, hey, you can have anybody call me. Just, it's probably better if they text me first because I don't answer a lot of unknown calls, or just call Lauren. She answers.
I'll have her. If she's got any follow-up, I'll have her call you or text you that she's a friend of mine, and you'll know.
All right, buddy.
All right, y'all take care.
You too.
Aaron, take care of yourself, buddy.
Yeah, doing it, man. 3 months, Bubba.
All right, proud of you, Tom.
Yeah.
Talk to you later, Matt.